A wonderful day to everyone. So, welcome to grade 11. So, today we're going to start our lesson in general mathematics. So, our first lesson is representing real life situation using functions. Okay, let us start. First, let us define what is a relation. In here, it is defined that a relation is a rule that relates values from a set of values or from the domain to a second set of values, which is called the range. So as you can remember, this was tackled already when you were in grade 8. So in here, the set of values that we are to is the set of values from the x coordinates, and the range is the set of values from the y coordinates. Okay, let us have more. So, function. What is a function? A function is a relation where each element in the domain is related to only one value in the range. So, for a one element in the domain should only be related to one value in the range. For example, what are the relation that is related to exactly one element in the range? For example, in our real life situation, your grades in a certain subject. So per subject, you have only one grade. For example, math 86, science 85. So ganon. So that is function. Okay, next. Function as unordered pairs. So function can be shown in a different way. So the first one is through an ordered pair. So how is function determined as an ordered pair? So an ordered pair is a set of two numbers which includes the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So in here, the x coordinate is what we call the domain and the y coordinate is the range. So in here, our domain is 1, our range is 2. So since this is a set, so our domains are 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are the x coordinate. And the y coordinates or the range are 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So those are this is a set of relation. So let us now determine if this is a function. So to determine if it is a function, so dapat daw yung x coordinate is related to exactly one element of the range. Okay. So to make it short, para malaman nyo if it is a function or not, so dapat dito sa x-coordinate or sa domain, walang mauulit na value. There should be no repetition of the x values. Okay, sa set A, so the x value or the domain are 1, 2, 3, and 4. May naulit ba? Wala, di ba? There is no repetition. So this is a function. Okay? So letter A is a function. Lagyan natin ng answer. So, A is function. Okay, next, letter B. So, let us determine letter B. Set B is equal to 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Okay, let us check the domain if there is any repetition. So, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is no repetition. So, this is already a function. Sa range, okay lang na may ma-repeat. Basta wag lang sa domain or sa x value. Okay. Next, letter C. So, letter C, so our domain are 1, 0, -1, 0. So, as you can see here, yung 0 na ulit dito sa pangalawa at sa pang-apat. So, this is not a function. Ganun lang yon. So, this is not a function. Shh! Sandali lang. Sandali. Oo. Okay, for letter D, asan na? Ako naman. Oo, nasaan na? Oh. Okay, let's move on with letter D. Let us check the domain A, B, C, A. So, as you can see here, naulit yung A. Okay? So, since naulit yung A, this is not a function. So, ganun lang. Kapag ordered pair, para malaman nyo kung siya ay function or not, so you will check the values of the domain or the X values. Okay? So, let's move on with the other way. So, function can be also determined or shown through table of values. So, table of values can also be used to determine a function. So, how to do that? So, ito yung table of values. These are the x values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the y values or the range are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, again, same rule. So for the table to be function, there should be no repetition in the values of x. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the first one, walang naulit na value sa x. So this is a function. Okay lang may maulit sa range, wag lang sa domain. So, dito natin lagay saan malalagay ang answer? Dito na lang. So, this is a function. Function siya. Okay, next. Sa second table, so the domain are 4, -3, 1, 2, 5. So, as you can observe, there is also no repetition in the value of x. So, this is also a function. Okay? So, next. Sa third table, so the x values are 0, -1, 4, 2, and -1. So, as you can observe, -1 is repeated in the last row or column. So, this is not a function. Not function po. So, not function. Okay, ganun lang, ha? Okay, so let us move on with another way of determining a function. So, by using a diagram. Okay. So, in here, we're going to use the mapping diagram. So, ganun din. So, sa mapping diagram, dapat ay hindi mauulit yung domain. These are the set of domain. A, B, C, X, Y, Jana, Donna, and Maya. So, ito naman yung range. So, paano natin madedetermine ang function or hindi? So, dito sa first diagram, A, X, B, Y, C, Y. So, in here, walang naulit na domain, na values from the domain. Pwede nyo isulat yan as coordinates ko para hindi kayo malito. Pwede nyo isulat AX, tapos BY, tapos CY. So, this is a function, yung first one. Okay, dito, as you can see here, nag-ano siya, one to many. So, itong relation na to, 1, tapos map siya sa dalawa. XA, XB. So, this is not a function. Yung pangalawa. Kasi naulit yung X. Okay? Not function. Okay, sa pangatlo, the third one, so, this is what we call one-to-one. So, one-to-one siya. So, ibig sabihin, walang nag-share sa X. So, dapat walang mauulit na value ng X. So, Jana, Ray, Donna, Mark, Maya, Ken. So, as you can see, there is no repetition. So, this is a function. Okay? So, that is how function is shown through the diagram. Okay, let us move on with another way of determining a function through graph. Okay, so function can also be represented by graph. So a relation between two sets of numbers can be illustrated by graph in the Cartesian plane, and that a function passes the vertical line test. A graph of a relation is a function if any vertical line drawn passing through the graph intersects it at exactly one point. So, through vertical line test, we can determine if the graph is a function or not. So, I have here 4 graphs. So, this is a line graph. So, ang graph dito, ito ha, hindi itong naka-cross na to, this is only a Cartesian plane. So, ang graph, itong line. So, let us determine if this is a function or not function. Okay? So, dito sa letter B, ang graph natin is itong oval. Dito sa letter C, ang graph natin is itong, tawag dito, arc. Arc na to, and this dito, arc din. Okay, let us determine if these are function or not. So, dito sa letter A, kapag nag-draw tayo ng vertical line, titingnan nyo lang tong graph ha, yung line lang, at saka tong vertical. So, as you can see, ang point of intersection nila ay isa lang. So, yun yung rule ng, lagyan natin ng, ito lang, dito lang sila nag-intersect. Ayan. Ay, ano ba yan? Wait lang. So, as you can see, ito lang yung point of intersection nila. Isa lang. So etong una is a function. Kasi, as you draw or as you do the vertical line test, there is only exactly one point of intersection. Yun yung sabi dito sa definition, di ba? So, it passes through exactly one point lang. Okay? So, let us move on. Let us test the letter B. So, eto naman oval, di ba? Ang graph natin. If we're going to draw the vertical line test, you can see that there are 2 points of intersection. Isa dito, ito, at isa dito. Yan. So, kapag hindi niya na-satisfy yung definition or yung test ng vertical line test. So, dapat isa lang. Ang point of intersection dito, dalawa. So, this is not a function. Okay? Let us move on to letter C. So, ito function. Kasi isa lang ang point of intersection. Nasaan yung point of intersection? Ito po yun. And same with yung letter D. So, kapag ginawa natin yung vertical line test, you can see here that there are 2 points of intersection. Ito, at saka ito. Yan, kumpi na yung isa. Okay. So, yan. Since there are 2 points of intersection, this is not a function. Okay? So, that's all for today. So, you are going to answer the what's more part. So, may binigay akong link to answer this. Pwede kayo mag-answer through Google Form or kung impossible naman, wala kayong load, wala kayong data, wala talaga kayong magawang paraan, hindi kayo makahiram. So, pwede naman kayo mag-answer sa papel. Pero, iipunin nyo yan. Hindi ko lang alam kung kailan yun makukuha or mapapasa. Okay? So, pero kung ako sa inyo, gagawa ko ng paraan. Paano ko masasagutan yung Google Form para ma-checka na rin siya. Mas madali para sa inyo, mas madali pa para sa akin. Okay? Thank you. That's all for today. So, see you next week.